Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded toyholic, the Mad Montreal Man. And here's a hint of what we're reviewing today: red and blue. Can you figure out what we're doing today? Well, I'll give you another hint. Oh, that's right, we're doing the Fleischer Superman. Oh, I picked this thing up at GameStop. So happy I picked it up. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, okay, I'm not that old. I didn't watch it when it first came out, but I did watch the Fleischer Supermans. You know, throughout my young years, even into university, I would put it on again and watch it. I have the DVD of this stuff. I'm so happy to finally get a Fleischer Superman. Hopefully, the action figure lives up to it. And of course, you haven't figured out by now, the red, we are also doing, from the S family, the Platinum Edition Power Girl with the red jacket. And just because I haven't picked up this comic book doesn't mean I don't want to get this figure. I got the Platinum Icon. Yeah, went and picked them up at oddly enough GameStop. The one I go to only got 2 Platinums in. Never got the regular, so I got him. But we're going to start off with, of course, the one that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. I like the retro art too, by the way. The Fleischer Superman. So what do you say I get my friend and your friend? He's made up to me since a couple of weeks ago. He didn't mean it, okay? I know you're thinking, but he hurt you. He hurt you. He didn't mean it. I've forgiven him. Dr. Scalpel's going to get Superman out of his prison, and we'll take a look at him. Be back after the close-up. Okay, right off the bat, I do want to say something. He doesn't come with a flying base. I used the flying base for the close-up. He came with your typical base. Yeah, it's a nice card. Not complaining about the card. He does have 2 spare hands, the giant flying hands, which are always surprisingly big. But no, I just saw on the close-up, I put him on a flying base. Even though he can only leap buildings in a single bound, it still looks better with him in a flying base. I'm hoping that I'll be able to track down the Kingdom Come Superman, because next to each other, it would be perfect. That one apparently is super hard to find. I haven't seen it. That's going to be on my wish list, and I have made a wish list of all the action figures I don't have or that I'm looking for or hunting for, apart from the stuff I have on pre-order, but that's something different. But no, let's get back to the figure. I love the S, as you can tell. Love the old vintage S. The belt, the fact that it's red hoops, yellow belt buckle, is what you saw in the old animation. I also like the fact that the cape is a cloth, wired cape. It's a wired cape, and it goes into the outfit, not glued on top, which is nice. I mean, the body we've seen before. We've all seen this body before. I do like the face sculpt, even though some people might say, well, you can't see his eyes. Did you watch the yellow cartoons? When he was flying, you would just see that little line. No, this is a great addition to the collection. I'm happy about got him. And if you're wondering, front of the shelf, of course, front of the shelf. Now I do have to track down that Kingdom Come Superman, because black with the red S, I want them side by side. That's on my wish list. Hopefully I can find one day, but yeah, there it is. That is just... he should have come with the flying base. Came with that instead. Bit disappointing, but still, I'm happy I got him. And he's going to be hard to find, because when I was at the GameStop, they only had him. My pre-order and one other guy who pre-ordered it. That's it. And I asked, if they had any more. No. That's it. He's hard to find. Another one that's going to be hard to find, I did find out that the Supergirl Woman Up Tomorrow is probably not coming to Canada. Yeah, probably not. Apparently that story about the truck being stolen also affected the shipping to Canada. I get the feeling what happened was that the shipments to Canada got diverted back to the United States to fill those orders, and as usual, Canada, we're getting the shaft. But whatever. Let's continue, shall we? Next up is the one that has controversy on many levels. Power Girl. I got the Platinum. I pre-ordered it, and I got the Platinum. I will track down the regular Power Girl as well, because the way I see it, this Platinum should go with the Platinum version of the Huntress, and the Retro Power Girl should go with the Retro Huntress, because Power Girl and Huntress are a team. Prove me wrong. But once again, Dr. Scalpel, let's start cutting the plastic off and make those mint and package people cringe. You ruined the value of a hard-to-find figure. I don't care. I do this for my mental health, and hopefully for your mental health too. I like taking them out. I like collecting. I mean, if you don't collect something, what are you going to do? Drink? Smoke? This is my addiction. After all, I am a joyaholic. Alright, so I'll finish taking her out of the package, and we'll be back after the close-up. What kind of Scotch tape McFarlane Toys uses, but that Scotch tape has got those spare hands in there so well that I'm going to have to use Dr. Scalpel to get them out. But that's besides the point. Let's put this down. Of course, she does come with a card. Now, the card, it would have been nice. It would have been the card that matches the actual action figure. We know this has happened in the past. Her cat, Stripesy. Did it? And it's Stripesy the cat, not Stinky the cat. Don't even start that debate. It's a cute little accessory kind of thing. You know, cloth cape, nothing really to it. Not a very detailed cat, but it does have those glowing red eyes. So we got a dog and a cat from Krypton. And if I remember the comic books, we also used to have a gorilla, well, a chimp, a horse, whatever. She comes with your typical silver base. I did not use this in the close-up. Once more, McFarlane, you should have tossed in a flying base. But let's look at her in more detail. starting with the eyes. I like the fact she's got the kryptonite eyes. Yes, she has the boob window, and that was the first controversy way back when, boob window. But she explained it herself in the comic books. It makes sense. Your eyes will be looking at that, so you won't see the fist coming. Smart move. The jacket, I am overly impressed with the jacket. I thought it was going to be cloth good. This is like synthetic leather. And like the comic books, it has the S in the back and on the sleeves. Now, I haven't read the comic books in a while, but I do know that currently in the Superman family, Power Girl and even Supergirl are wearing these kind of jackets. I like it. Now I want a Supergirl with that jacket too. I want a lot of toys. Toyaholic. But I really do like the figure. I mean, it's a great figure. The details in the boots. I like it. Now, I know some people are complaining about the size of Power Girl. They're saying she's bigger than the average action figure. I don't care. I mean, to me, I think Wonder Woman should be bigger than Superman. I mean, Darwin Cook did it best. If you remember the old Darwin Cook series that he drew, Wonder Woman was like 6'4" to Superman, who was like 6'2". She is a Kryptonian. She has been to space. You suck up solar radiation to get energy. She would have gotten a bit bigger. I love this. I love the fact that she's bigger. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, if anything, it just kind of makes her even more powerful. After all, she is Power Girl. And, floating bases, leaping tall buildings, floating in space. Two great action figures. And if you're wondering, yeah, she's also front of the shelf. 2 in a row. Wow, this is a good day for me when it comes to that. We got one more for you. As I said before, it was kind of funny because I had pre-ordered the regular version of this. They didn't get it. I'm going to have to track down the regular version of this. Now, if you don't know, DC launched a series, its own publishing thing called Milestone. I have all the Milestone comic books. I even have the Milestone trading cards. They're pretty good. It was a pretty good series. Pretty good cards, too. This was their version of that. Now, of course, the Milestone universe is now part of the regular DC universe, which is fine. I still think DC should bring the Impact universe into the DC universe. There's some good characters there, which we haven't seen any action figures of, but who knows. But I got the icon in the Platinum Edition. And this is the look of the new icon because they relaunched Milestone. So this is the new outfit of Milestone. So I'm going to finish taking him out of the package, and we'll be back after his close-up. Disappointed in the card. Not overly great card. It's so-so. He does have, of course, the overly large flying hands, which I have way too many of now. And once again, no flying base. Just that. So, good thing I had some flying base kicking around because that just looks so much better on a flying base. I actually do like the color scheme for this icon. Even though I want the original icon color scheme as well, he's pretty cool. I like him. I do hope they eventually do in hardware. His little sidekick would be really nice because the Milestone has some great characters. Body block we've seen before. I like the face sculpt. It is a decent face sculpt. Let me back out so the camera can focus on his face. It's a decent face sculpt. I also like the fact it's a wired cape. Nice color. Like the color of the cape. One problem though, the neckline. The cape goes into the neckline. It's right. Discoloration. There's a bit of a color drop between dark and regular red, but I don't care. I like them. He's a cool looking character. A little on the stiff side when it comes to the ankles and toes, but there he is. And guess what? Front of the shelf. This is one I definitely recommend picking up. I would love to have another one of these, especially the regular one, put them side by side. But no, this is definitely a good day for flying superheroes. That none of them came with a flying base. But yeah, it's not a bad day. Well, this is a good day. It's a good day. And when you have a good day, it's a good thing to keep in mind that that's the show. That's it for the show. Next week, we'll have some stuff. Not sure what we're going to have next week. For those of you who watched last week's show and stayed to the end of the show to watch that message, if you watched it, thank you. If you did help out, thank you some more. And if you did watch it and you did donate, and I'll let you know. I'll shout you out in an upcoming show down the road, because that's the plan, to keep the show going. With the tariffs hitting hard, action figures here have gone up a lot. I was at one store, and I can say this, what was $39 say 3 months ago is now $55. So it has gone up. Some of the collectors in Canada are probably shaking their heads going, well, we're not going to get these figures because the truck got stolen and red labels are hard to get. So it's going to be tough. Everything's more expensive now. So hang in there, my fellow Canadians. If you're not in Canada, hopefully this trade war thing ends soon enough so we can all buy action figures again. But until then, do your best for your body, your mind, and your emotional well-being. Do your best to stay healthy. And when you get an action figure that actually has the details that you want, it is a good way to stay happy. And of course, if you go expecting a regular thing and you get something that's different, better, it's a good way, of course, to stay positive. And on that note, we will see you guys again next week for another episode of On the Pig. Until then, take care of yourselves, enjoy the weekend, spend time with your loved ones. That's important as well. And hopefully we will see the end of winter going forward until next winter. Yeah, we saw some cold days here, but hasn't snowed all week, so that's a good thing. So keep that in mind and have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves.